Not at the fish there, son.
Come and have a look.
Nice and
Don't be
fresh.
shy.
Fresh cuts. Get your fresh cuts here.
Oh. Et salut, salut.
I knew that children were tested, that a bearer's fate was decided at birth.
And assumed it was best for all concerned.
Allez.
For a child to be blamed.
On est reparti sur du Final
Hated
Fantasy
by its
XVI.
parents through no fault of its own.
We knew nothing of what it meant to be born that way, did we?
No.
Oh, des chocobos. Alors eux, c'est les chocobos un peu énervés, on va dire. Complètement échoué sur ça, mais bon, c'est pas très grave. Allez. Ah, on va aller faire le chocobo là. Ouais. Ah, y a un truc qui est bien, ils ont mis des palettes. Quand vous allez directement dans les menus, et c'est un truc qui était apparu avec le DLC, je crois, Léviathan. Vu que là on a tous les DLC, vous avez des palettes. Bon, pour l'instant j'en ai fait 2. Mais je pense que sur les très long terme, j'alternerai. Histoire de pas avoir des combats qui sont trop répétitifs, on va dire. Mais c'est... Je trouve que c'est une bonne façon de faire, on va dire. Et que c'est un truc qu'on aurait dû avoir directement.
Good day to you. I'm afraid the Abbey is not open for public prayer. May Griga go with you?
We came to offer a donation. From Martha.
I see. Then please, follow me.
I don't want to die. Please, Father. Something for the pain. I beg you. The light, it fades. I don't want to die alone.
It's all right. I'm here.
Who are these people?
Martha's bearers. She entrusted them to my care, that I might ease their suffering. To the extent that I can. For the time they have left.
The curse has taken them. All of them.
As it does every bearer forced to use their gift. With each draw on the ether, their bodies petrify, till all that remains is stone and pain, and so they are cast aside. There is nothing either Martha or I can do to change that, but we can at least strive to make their final hours a little more bearable. Have faith, my son, for you shall rise again and find the happiness denied you in this life.
Thank you, Father.
I must offer you my own thanks for the medicine you so kindly brought. Now, their final moments may be moments of peace. When next you see Martha, pray tell her that 2 more have succumbed.
Ah, you're back. Thanks for taking care of that.
The abbot had a message for you. 2 more have succumbed.
I see. Come upstairs. So, now you know, eh?
I've seen plenty of bearers die on the battlefield. But never like that.
And all because they were born different. The powers that be can't take away their gift, so they strip them of their humanity instead. Oh, there's plenty who pity a bearer's plight. But so long as we're content to sit around, weeping for those on whose broken backs we're carried, we ain't gonna change nothing.
And so you lend Sid your strength.
What little of it I have. Used profits from this place to buy the poor buggers.
So when the abbot told us the bearers were yours,
Aye, they're my property, at least by law. Any still fit to work fetch a price beyond my means. All I can do is care for those who are past mending. But it's not all doom and gloom. Bernard's finished fixing that bridge for you. You can carry on to Eastpool now. You got questions that need answering, ain't you? Well, I wish you luck.
thank you, Martha.
Oh, I almost forgot. Sid and I have other friends in Rosaria. Wear this and they'll know you for one of us.
Et hop, un pin sans plus.
And know that you will always be welcome here.
Là, c'est un peu le moment où on débloque toutes les choses. On va peut-être, je sais pas si c'est maintenant qu'on peut débloquer le chocobo, il me semble que oui.
It really is them. Lord Rosfield and Lady Warwick have come back to us. And long may they stay.
Naître pourvoyeur. Alors évidemment, hein, l'esclavage, je trouve, sur ce jeu est plutôt bien traité. Il y a des gens qui n'ont pas trop compris, mais vraiment tout est expliqué dans l'annexe. Comment les pourvoyeurs sont traités, comment ils sont asservis. On pourrait se dire, mais c'est pas normal, dans notre monde, ils se rebelleraient. Oui, mais en fait, c'est beaucoup plus compliqué, puisque en fait, ils sont traités en esclaves dès la naissance.
Sid,
Et quand vous statuez, que vous mettiez
You're not where I left you.
des règles, on va dire, et des lois, bah c'est beaucoup plus compliqué de se battre. Hein.
With 1,000 little lightning bolts. Can't fling them around the way I used to. Think of it as my decoration for long service and exemplary misconduct. But you didn't come here to compare war wounds.
We didn't.
Thank you, Sid. For everything.
If you want to leave, that's your lookout. I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together if you stay out of my way.
Sid!
Oh. I knew a girl, back in the day. She was a slave to her fate, just like you. I wanted to save her. For a while, I even thought I could. But just because you think something doesn't make it true.
Sid.
I'm no savior. Just a conceited old fool. I talk about people forging their own futures. But instead of handing them the hammer, I beat them with my own. And if no bugger wants to listen to what you've got to say, you might as well keep your gob shut. But Clive, I will say this. You're not a monster. You're the same man you've always been. Accept that, and you may yet escape your fate.
My fate.
Look, lad, you've had a hard life. And I don't see it getting much easier. You might not be able to save anyone else, but at the very least, you can save yourself.
I'll try.
And Jill, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk, but I trust you'll take good care of the boy.
Yes, I will.
Is that the last of it?
Aye.
We'd best head back then. Wouldn't want to keep Nan waiting. Ta-ra then.
En route vers le nord. Ouh. Alors, on n'a pas de quête bleue apparemment, donc ouais, on peut directement tracer.
The bridge to Eastbo's men.
I hear the levies are due.
Vous avez les quêtes vertes, les quêtes bleues et la quête rouge. Les quêtes bleues sont... vraiment, si vous avez des quêtes bleues, faites-les. Elles apportent vraiment un
Martha
plus.
said the blight had spread even further south, pushing yet more monsters down with it. I dare say we'll be seeing a few along the way.
Et si vous avez des
Then
quêtes
we shall
vertes
have
sur le
to keep
chemin,
our wits
faites-les.
about us.
Parce que généralement, elles se font à la chaîne. Ce qui est plutôt une bonne chose, on va dire. Oh, on passe niveau 20. Ok.
You there! Over here!
Mhm.
Excuse me, I can use that blade of yours. Ugh, curse my luck. I'm branded. No time to haggle with whoever holds your leash. Wait. That's the slumbering chocobo you're wearing. You one of Martha's, are you? Good. She won't begrudge me the use of you then. Well, there's wolves about. We tried dealing with them ourselves. Laid out bait, but we didn't expect the pack to be quite so bloody big.
I expect the blight drove them here. They must have fled their homes for greener pastures.
Well, we'd hoped empty bellies might make them easy prey. We'd made them mean instead. Martha's no fool, so she must see something in you. Do us a favor and get rid of them, will you?
Ah bah oui.
All
Allons-y.
right. I suppose those wolves pose a threat to everyone.
Aye, that's what I'm talking about. I'd wager the greedy bastards are still over yonder, finishing off our bait. When you've seen to every last one of them, go and speak to my friend over the bridge. Bryce, his name is. He'll want to know if it's safe to come across. All right, off you go then.
Alors 1000 gold, hein, autant la faire. Ouais, c'est par là.
Look hungry, all right. Hungry and mean.
Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. You know what to do. Sick of Torgal. You know what to do, boy. Get him.
Gotta find this Bryce and let him know the road's safe.
On prend celui-là.
Wonder how long that bait will last.
You, Bryce?
What's it to you, bearer?
You're from...
You'd have me believe a single bearer slew the entire pack. Then again, if you didn't, you wouldn't be on this side of the bridge. Bugger me, you're a tough one, aren't you? Oh, Frederick! You wily bastard. I'd never thought to pit beast against beast like that. You served us well, bearer. Be sure to pass our thanks to your master.
Ouais, j'avais dit quête sur la route, bim, ça s'enchaîne, c'est très bien, ça fait un peu de thunes et c'est très très bien. Et en plus de ça, je crois que ça va nous donner la suite accès au contrat de chasse un peu plus tard en l'ayant fait, donc plutôt une bonne chose. Comme j'ai dit, les contrats de chasse c'est un truc que j'apprécie sur ce genre de jeu, on va dire. Pas la chose la plus compliquée à implémenter, généralement c'est cool. Hein. Allez, on arrive là où on les récolte. Petit clin d'œil, hein. Petit clin d'œil qui fait plaisir. Hein. Hommage noir.
Drink up now, my darling.
Quiet, isn't it?
Yes.
You're Clive Rossfield. Huh? It's me, Hannah, Rodney Murdoch's wife.
Lady Hannah.
Oh, I knew it was you. You haven't changed at all. The Lord Marquis and Jill too. It's so good to see you both again.
It's good to see you too, Lady Hannah.
If you have time, you simply must come back to the house. I haven't much to offer, but what is mine is yours.
We should be delighted.
And you have been wandering the world ever since. I can well understand fleeing from those iron blood brutes, but oh, to take to the road at such a tender age.
It wasn't easy, but we survived, and
now we're back. It's wonderful to see you safe and well, Lady Hannah. Do you think you will stay here, in Eastpool? Rosalith still enjoys the Mother Crystal's blessing, does it not? You could always move.
This house holds a lot of memories for me. So long as I can live here in peace, here I shall stay. Not that it matters. The capital is closed to civilians, by order of the Duchess. Or should I say, Her Imperial Majesty. Annabella's marriage to the Emperor of Sambrec heralded a great many changes here.
yes, of course.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean to...
Please, there is nothing to forgive. Would my mother not make an exception for you and your husband? Surely she would not refuse the Lord Commander.
You haven't heard, then. Rodney passed away on the night of the fire. He never returned from Phoenix Gate.
I'm sorry.
Clive.
My poor child. You look pale. All this traveling must have taken its toll. I insist you rest. We can talk later.
Are you sure you don't want to sleep inside?
I can't. Not after what I did.
Lady Hannah said she would prepare a change of clothes for you in the morning. She really has been very kind.
"13 years of killing. 13 years without the faintest glimmer of hope. It was only Joshua that kept me going. I swore that I would avenge his death. That I would kill his killer. That was the only thing that gave my life any meaning. But if it was me who killed Joshua and Murdoch and all the others, then why the hell am I still breathing?
I ask myself the same. When I fought, hundreds died. There were so many bodies, so many lives cut short in their prime. That day in Dalmekia, I wanted to join them. I wanted it all to end. I couldn't bear it anymore. If living meant being that, better to be just another body.
I'm sorry.
Do you remember that night on the balcony? When we looked up at the moon? I said a prayer to Metia, and that prayer was answered. You came back to me. The heavens must have a plan for us. We should get some rest.
Right.
Good night, Clive. Sleep well.
J'aime beaucoup l'OSC de Jill. Et j'aime beaucoup sa tenue aussi. Hein. Je trouve qu'elle a une tenue qui est vraiment vraiment chouette.
Thank you.
Ah, la tenue.
Perhaps now people will not flee
Ouais, la
at the
tenue
sight
qui
of
fait
me.
très Devil May Cry, mais...
You look just like Elwyn did when he was your age.
How did you come to have some of my father's old clothes?
Oh, before Elwyn became Archduke, our families would often summer together. He and Rodney were like brothers. These clothes have been in a wardrobe for years, collecting cobwebs along with everything else.
Well, I'm very grateful for them. And sorry for depriving you of your memories.
Not at all. It's what your father would have wanted.
They suit you well. Thank you, Lady Hannah.
Yes, thank you. You've been most kind.
No, I should thank you. It may only have been for a short while, but seeing you again took me back to happier times. Fare you well, my lord and lady.
And you, Lady Hannah.
Bien. On a récupéré un équipement complet en plus. Ça c'est un peu abusé, mais on va pas se plaindre. Hein.
If we follow the road to the north,
On va pas
it
se
should
plaindre, on
take
va
us
pas
all
se
the way to
plaindre.
Phoenix Gate. Let's go.
Well met, friend.
Paix de Gaïa.
Here you go. See you then.
Allez, hop.
You? Those are Elwyn's. By the flames. You're his firstborn. Clive Rosfield.
You're mistaken.
Oh, you can't fool me, my lord. You're the very image of your father. And that would be true even if you weren't wearing his clothes. The self-same garments Hannah was keeping for you, if I'm not mistaken. She always swore that she would never part with them until the day Elwyn's sons returned. And now that day has come. Why, you'll be able to take your bearers back as well.
My bearers. Forgive me, Master Mayor. I was a child when last I came to Eastpool. I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I'd be surprised if you recognized anything at all. Much has changed since Rosaria fell to the Empire. Not least for the bearers, who once served her noble families. When the Ironbloods sacked Rosalith 13 years back, many who lost their masters fled here, in search of sanctuary.
And never returned.
Aye. The plan was to send them home once we'd won back the capital. But then the Imperials arrived. Rosaria became a province of Sanbreque. The duchy was dissolved, and they no longer had any home to return to. Back in your father's day, any bearer who lost their master became a ward of the duchy. We'd hand them over to the sheriffs, and they'd be assigned a new position. But when we saw how the Empire treated their branded, we knew that wasn't an option. So they've been here ever since.
And now you want to give them to me?
They're yours by right, Lord Rosfield. Bequeathed you by your late father. And they'd be better off serving you than hiding here. Indeed, many of them used to serve your house, and still considered the Rosfields their masters.
I'm no one's master. Not anymore. They wouldn't be safe with me.
I understand. You'll forgive an old man his fanciful notions. Been daydreaming for too long. But still, I would ask a favor of you. A small mercy.
If it is within my power.
One of the bearers is an elderly fellow who still swears absolute loyalty to Archduke Elwyn. I don't ask that you take him into your service, only that you meet with him. Let him see that Elwyn's son still lives, and that he's as fine a man as his father ever was.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, my lord. He sits by the well most days, watching the people go about their business. If you could show him your face, I would be most grateful.
Ok. Voilà, on va faire rapidement cette quête. Quête qui amènera à autre chose.
You're not so very different, you know. Especially dressed like that. Come on, let's go and meet that bearer.
Sure, this Arvis will see.
He's not here.
Well, I can't leave without meeting him. I've let the mayor down once already. It would be cruel to disappoint him again.
All right, let's ask around. Someone must have seen him.
Good day, milady. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bearer, an elderly fellow who used to serve the Rosfields. Have you seen him?
Ah, that old loon. No sign of him today. Funny, he's usually down by the well at this hour, cooking up his fantasy feasts.
I'm sorry?
Oh, he worked in the kitchens at Rosalith Castle back in the day. Still thinks he's there now. You'd often hear the poor fool chatting away to the Archduke. Living in a dream he is. But better there than here, I suppose. Can't imagine the Vicereine stopping to trade tales with a bearer. Can you?
No.
Anyway, you'll be round here somewhere. Doubt he has the path to stray too far.
Thank you. We'll keep looking.
Well now, unfamiliar faces. What brings you to Eastpool, travelers?
We're looking for an elderly bearer. You wouldn't happen to have seen him, would you?
Ah, you mean the old boy who always waits by the well?
Yes, that's him.
What business do you have with him, if you don't mind me asking? You're not from the capital too, are you?
We are. in a way.
Well, then it's a pleasure to meet a fellow Rosalithian. I was born and raised down Market Street. And never would have left if Archduke Elwyn had survived the fire. It wasn't the same when the Duchess took over, though. All the beatings, the evictions, the levies going up and up and up, even as the blight took half the harvest. Oh, listen to me, telling you what you already know. I'm sorry. And I'm afraid I can't help you with your bearer either, though I doubt he'll have gone far. He comes here every day, almost as if he's waiting for something.
We'll keep asking around then. Thank you.
Oh, hold on a mo. Patrick the Chocobo Keeper might know where your bearer is. He's taken the old boy under his wing, so to speak. You should go and have a word with him. He'll be in the stables.
Patrick the Chocobo Keeper. Thank you. We will.
Patrick.
I'm sorry, Jill. For making you do all this in my stead.
It can't be helped if we're to keep up the pretense. Come on, let's head for the stables.
Est-ce que je peux là? Je suis pas sûr, là, le saut est tellement ridicule. Là, c'est vrai que j'aurais quand même pu faire un effort sur cet aspect. Surtout que dans le 14, les sauts sont quand même... Enfin bref.
Where the bloody hell's he got to?
Excuse me, but is something the matter?
It's this bearer I've been minding. I take my eyes off him for 1 minute and he disappears. He's not in his usual spot by the well, nor anywhere else in the village.
You must be Patrick.
I am, but...
And this bearer you're looking for, he's an elderly man who used to work in the Rosalith Castle kitchens, yes?
That's the fella. How do you know all this? I've never seen you in Eastpool before, but you seem to know the place better than I do myself. Ah, so that's how it is. Well then, if you're acting under orders of the mayor, you're on about to help me find him. He's been losing what little sense he had left of late, saying the sheriffs are coming to collect him, and that he needs to go back to the castle. I was supposed to watch over him, keep him out of trouble. But if he's walked out on us, there's not a lot I can do.
Understood. You keep searching here, we'll look for him outside.
Thank you. I'm in your debt.
I hope he hasn't
Bon,
wandered into
on va
trouble.
aller voir par là, dans les
Let's just
champs.
concentrate on finding him.
J'avais oublié que cette quête était aussi lente, on va dire.
Still no sign. Could he have
Ah oui,
strayed
il va y
any
avoir un
further?
combat. Bon, au moins, c'est bénef.
Look, there's someone over there.
It might be him. We should hurry. Company.
We can't lead them to the old man. They need to die.
Ouais, la tornade m'aurait été de très grande utilité là, mais bon, c'est pas grave.
There, boy! Get him, boy! Don't let them get away! Over here. Sick him, Torgal! Get him! Sick him, Torgal! Over here. Give them all you've got, boy! Stay down! Get him, boy! Get him!
Hop là.
Are you all right, my friend? Come on. Let's go home.
Your Grace, you came for me. I waited for you so long, but you finally came.
I'm not who you think.
Clive.
Yes. Pray forgive my long delay.
It's nothing, Your Grace. I prayed to the Founder that you would come, and at long last, he answered. Will we be returning to the castle, then? There is still a place for me in the kitchens?
No, my friend. We will not be returning to the castle, not yet. I'm on a very important expedition. One which may take some time. Could you wait for me in Eastpool until my journey is complete? I will come back for you then. I promise.
Of course, Your Grace. For you, I would gladly wait until my dying day.
Thank you, both of you. You've been most kind. The memory of serving the late Archduke was as one light in the darkness, and now that light burns a little more brightly. It's nothing but a fantasy, of course, but it's better than the truth of the matter. A damn sight better. The blight is on our doorstep. Our harvests are failing. The people are leaving in droves. If it weren't for Lady Hannah selling half her worldly goods to provide for the few of us who stayed behind, we would long since have starved. We want to keep the bearers safe here, we really do. But unless a miracle happens, we won't be able to spare a crust of bread to share between them soon enough.
Is it really that bad?
So bad, I even petitioned the Imperial garrison to take them. But when they found out where they'd come from, they damn near spat in our faces. Ducal dogs, they called them. Enemies of the Empire.
I know a man named Sid, who would gladly give a home to any bearer in need of one. Leave this with me. As soon as I return from Phoenix Gate, I'll speak with him.
Thank you, my lord. Will you be passing through Eastpool on your way back? I should very much like to speak with you again, if you have the time, regarding the future of the village, and what might be done for Lady Hannah. After all she's done for us.
Yes, of course. I'll be back anon.
Fare you well, my lord, my lady. I wish you a safe journey.
Évidemment, il y aura une suite à la quête qu'on vient de faire. C'est ce que j'appelle de l'annexe centrale dans une histoire, c'est-à-dire c'est quelque chose d'un peu ultra secondaire, mais qui est vraiment raccroché au prologue, à ce qui s'est passé pendant le prologue.
Deadlands are aptly named.
I didn't realize they were this close.
No wonder their crops are failing. The blight is leaching the ether from the soil. And when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this.
Si la magie n'a pas lieu.
No plants, no animals, no life.
And no monsters. I suppose that's one small mercy.
We won't be able to use any magic here.
Another thing to worry about. As if the absence of ether didn't cause enough problems.
Take away the lad's life force, and problems are all that's left.
I can hardly imagine what this place used to look like before the blight took it.
I remember. It was beautiful. There it is. Phoenix Gate. Where it all went wrong.
Come on, Clive. It's time to discover the truth. It's almost as if time had stood still.
I suppose no one had any cause to return here. No. It's just as I left it. Let's have a look around.
La vérité refait surface.
Could I have done this?
Could anyone?
Là, tu vois carrément le cratère entre Phoenix et Ifrit, hein, les stigmates que cela a laissé.
What is it, Torgal? Clive.
That's him.
Il y a un truc que je vais regarder dans les options qui me chagrine. Je veux dire s'il n'y a pas une résolution dynamique ou un truc comme ça que j'aurais pas. Action, format d'écran, ouais. Luminosité d'écran, ça c'est bien. Super résolution AMD FSR 3, c'est peut-être le FSR 3 qui fait ça. Là, il n'y a pas la résolution dynamique, donc ça c'est bon. Je l'ai désactivé. On va le mettre en qualité. Parce que l'automatique, à mon avis, étant dans. Je sais pas, c'est trop bizarre. Bref.
He's the only one who can tell me what happened. I have to know.
Je trouve des fois que c'est un peu flou. Mais bon. Le jeu mérite encore un tout petit peu d'optimisation de la part de Square Enix. Et au pire des cas, il y aura des packs de mods qui sortiront un jour. Ça c'est sûr et certain. Les textures packs.
Nowhere to be seen.
Damn it! He's like a bloody eel.
What is this place, anyway? Some sort of shrine?
Oh, sorry. You've never been here before. This is the Hall of the Gate.
The gate?
It's a relic of the Fallen. Only the Phoenix's dominant can open it.
Hence the castle's name. This was where Joshua was supposed to...
Yes. He would have stepped through this door the next morning and listened to the words of our ancestors.
Would you have gone with him?
No. The apodatory is holy ground. None but the dominant may enter. I and the other shields would have stood guard here and prayed for my brother's safe return. Where
Ça
the hell
rappelle un
did he
peu
go?
Final Fantasy X hein, pour le coup.
Perhaps he went inside.
He couldn't have. He'd need the power of the Phoenix.
Hmm.
Thank you, Joshua.
Are you sure about this?
Nevermore.
Allez. Et zou. À la prochaine.